this book called The Untethered Soul, and it changed my life. And I've read a lot of books that changed my life, but that one specifically changed my life because I used to be a very angry person, and I would not just forgive and forget. I would constantly hold on to anger from myself, hang on to anger that I had for other people, hang on to things that happened to me. And when I read this book, and also, like, I'm sure you guys have heard of, like, the Let Them theory by Mel Robbins, where she talks about how if someone doesn't want to be with you, if someone's going to act a certain way, just let them. Like, it's not your issue. Just, you can only focus and worry about yourself. And I think that's really true. But in this book, basically, he talks about how everything that has ever happened in your life can get, like, stuck in your heart center, basically, like the energy of it. So, say he used an example in the book as this guy who was having a normal day, life is flowing through him, cars are driving by, he's just living his life, and then all of a sudden he sees a car that looks like his girlfriend's car, and it looks like people are hugging in the front seat. So immediately he gets a tight chest, he gets pent up with anger. And even though he doesn't know for sure if it's his girlfriend, he starts filling his mind with, she's cheating, she's lying, this and this and this. And then, so it gets stuck in his heart. He doesn't let it pass through him. He doesn't go ask his girlfriend. He lets it build up inside of him. And then years down the road, he's not even with this girl anymore. He's married, happily with kids, and he sees a situation that looks exactly like what he saw. Again, it's a car that resembles his old girlfriend's car with two people hugging in the seat. And immediately he gets irritated and frustrated. And even though that was forever ago and he doesn't actually really care anymore, your heart demands to be felt what you didn't let pass through it. So if you have an anger towards one person and you don't release and let it go, anything that reminds you of it is going to immediately make you feel upset and angry, and until you let it go, that is what is going to keep holding this weight on your chest down, is because it demands to be felt and released and let go. You have to let it flow through you. And so he talks about just keeping your heart center open, and if someone says something you don't like, instead of closing your heart and like holding on to it so that it has to be felt again and again and again, anytime something that reminds you of that situation, it will bring it up and it has to be felt. Or you could feel it the one time, relax, literally, like, physically relax and say, no, I'm still keeping my heart open. Even if something is not what I want to see, I'm going to relax and release, and I'm going to let it flow through me. And things will stop getting caught in your heart, that if you hear a song that reminds you of someone, it will not immediately ruin your day and start making you overthink and you get distracted. So obviously I probably did not do as good of a job explaining this as he does in the book, but it is such an amazing book, and it just talks about, like, releasing, letting go, keeping your heart open, like, physically, literally, like, energetically, like, everything is energy. And if you cling on to an energy because it pissed you off, anything that reminds you of it is going to bring it back up. It will keep demanding to be felt until you can just, like, literally relax and let it go. And anytime something happens, you just relax and let it go. And I know it sounds simpler, but forgiveness is truly the key to happiness and freedom for yourself, not even for the other person, okay? So I hope this helps. I really encourage you guys to read it because that book changed my life. So if something's bothering you, just relax, release, let go, and don't allow things to get trapped in your heart that they have to be felt anyway. You're only making it harder for yourself.